Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is 401 Styling. In my previous tutorial, we learned how to draft a princess dart bustier pattern. So if you have not seen the video yet, I'll suggest you go and watch it. I'll drop a link for us in the description box so that we can see the video. So today on the channel, we're going to make use of that pattern to cut and sew a princess dart bustier top like the one you are seeing on the screen now. So the other part of this tutorial is going to be a man-made skirt, so please turn on your notification bell so that you will know whenever I drop the skirt tutorial. Thank you. So guys, I already transferred my pattern to the fabric and I added my joining allowance just like the way you see it right here. Then I did the same thing for the back pattern and I also cut the lining for both the front and the back. Okay, so you go ahead and do the same thing. Then you're going to cut a fusible interface that we are going to add to this pattern. Okay guys, so I already had my fusible interface. As you can see, I added to the lining and also I added to the fabric. This will give your fabric enough strength it needs and will make your fabric stable as well. Okay, so the next thing we want to do, we're going to add or cut out a wording or breast form, but we need to mark out some important points on our pattern. So I'm going to draw out the under bust line on the center front, the chest line and the bust point line. So for this side, the two side fronts, what we are going to do is to come down by 0.5 or 0.75 away from the under bust point. Then at the same time, we are going to create a kind of shape around our bust area because we are trying to use the wording to create like a cup, like an inbuilt cup to our bust area. So you need to measure round. You can simply make use of your free hand to decide on where exactly you want it to be, just like you see me marking. Okay, the bigger the bust, the bigger the wording. So you can go ahead and measure like 4 to 5 inches. Okay, plus my seam allowance, I'm going to be marking 4.5 inches here. Okay, so you don't want it to be too wide, it doesn't get to your armhole, and at the same time you don't want it to be too small. Okay, so you can just decide on how you want the shape to be, but it has to give you this round shape just like you see me doing. I'm trying to adjust it. Okay, so this particular point is what you are going to use to cut out your wording. So you can simply go ahead and measure if it's possible for you to get it, but what you are trying to do is just to cut out a wording or a breast pad to fuse on that particular spot. And as for this one, the same thing on the under bust point line, you come down by 0.75 or 0.5, the same value you use on the side front, you are going to use it on the center front as well. Then you are going to mark the chest line area. Okay, it has to be the same line with the center front. So you just go ahead and come in with your pattern paper like so, just like you see me doing. You mark the bust point and at the same time you mark this chest area, also known as the over bust, just like some people call it. Okay, so me marking it out is just to guide me on where exactly I want my wording or my breast part to stop, because you don't want it to get too high on the center front as well. All right, so that is why you need to have your pattern intact, or better still, when you are cutting out your pattern on your fabric, you just mark it directly. Okay, so these are the points. As you can see, it's not too far from each other by the time I join this together. So these are the points that I'm going to be adding my wording on my breast part to. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go ahead and cut out the wording. I'll place it on this spot that I already marked. Then we are going to see how to properly fuse our wording to our fabric. After which you have cut out the wording like so, the next thing you want to do is to fuse it together. So to make this easier, you are going to need your hemming gum, just like you see me doing. Cut enough hemming gum and place it in between your wording and the fabric. This will make it stiff easily and it's going to just make your wording stay in place. And make sure that when you're doing this, the shiny part of the wording is facing the wrong side of the fabric. Alright, so after this, you are going to make use of your steam iron to fuse it together. So if you don't have a steam iron, that's not a problem. Just get a little water, sprinkle it on that part you want to iron. Make sure your iron is hot, but do not burn your fabric, please. So then you're going to just fuse it together. This will just make it easier. Okay, so after this, now we are going to proceed to our sewing machine and start joining our piece together. Alright, so the way you join the fabric, you're going to join the lining exactly the same way. So the first thing you want to do is to mark the bust point line, just like I've said earlier. because you are going to place the bust point of the side front and the center front together like so, just like you see me doing. You hold it down with a pin and make sure you align the under bust too. This is really important. Align the under bust points. Always work with your pin. Place the bust point area together and you pin it round. Okay, you need to do this before sewing so that you'll be able to know if there is any mistake, you'll be able to correct it before you start sewing. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pin it round, then I'm going to join it with my added allowance. All right, so whatever allowance you added when you are transferring to the fabric, the same allowance you are going to use to join this together. All right, so I'm going to join the two sides together using the same method or the same way, right? Anyhow, so I'm going to join it together, then after that we'll see the outcome. Then after which I've done this, I'm going to do the same thing for the lining as well. So guys, just like I've said before, I'm going to be dropping a tutorial on how to cut and sew a mermaid skirt, so please turn on your notification bell so that you don't miss this tutorial. It's going to be a freehand method and it's going to be very easy. Sorry, I had to switch. NEPA took the lights. So guys, that will be that about the skirts. Do not forget, and please subscribe to the channel if you are yet to do so. Like this video, share it so that we can reach more people. Okay, so guys, I'm done joining and this is what we are going to have. As you can see, this is how it's going to be. Okay, so after this, now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to notch it. All right, I'm going to notch the important parts, the under bust, the bust point, and every other part of the seam. This is really important. This will make your seam relax, so even if we are turning it inside out, it will make it relax. Then after this, now you want to open press your seams. So open press means that you are going to open up your seam allowance and you are going to iron it. Okay, but to do this, to make it easier, you need to make use of your bust arm. Okay, so we are going to see that process too in a short while. I'm going to do that on the main fabric and the lining so that we can see what I'm talking about. So you go ahead and do the same thing. So guys, this is what a bust arm or a tailor arm looks like, although there are different types with different shapes. I make this one myself with a scrap fabric. In case you want to know how to do that, you can let me know in the comment section. Okay, so this will make it easier for you to iron curves, bust area, curves and all that. So guys, this is what I'm doing now. I'm compressing my seam. This is one of the things that makes your bust or your bustier come out well. Ironing the bust area using the bust arm, not just a flat surface. Okay, so I'm going to do this on the two seam lines. I'm going to do the same thing on the lining. Then I'm going to join my back bodies together. Then we are going to see the final result. Just like I've said in my previous tutorial, this is a dress, so the upper part is going to be bustier and the lower part is going to be a mermaid skirt, which you don't want to miss, guys. I can't wait to share the video with you. So guys, so after this, now we are done with the tutorial, but before then, enjoy the process. Now I'm done joining the fabric and the lining together. So for this one, as you can see, the shape is coming out already. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to place the back bodice on the front. Then I'm going to join it by the side. So I'm not doing an inseam finishing, so I'm just going to be joining it by the side because of what my client wanted. Okay, in case she wants to adjust the dress later and she couldn't bring it back to me, you know. Then I'm going to be adding this lace material to embellish it. That will be later things, but now I'm just going to join the shoulder together. Okay, and I'm going to join the sides together. Then we are done with our top. So guys, I'm done joining the front and the back together. In case you want to make yours as a top, because this is going to be a dress, you are done with it and you're just going to fix a zip at the back like so. But because this is going to be a dress, I'm still going to join the lower parts to the waistline. Okay, so guys, thank you very much. I really appreciate you. Thank you for your support. I can feel it, I can see it. Thank you guys, and if you are yet to subscribe, kindly do so now. Turn on your notification bell. Drop your comments in the comment section, your thoughts, your video requests, or whatever you want to say about this video. So, and do not forget to like this video, share so that we can reach as many people as possible. So then after that, you fix your sleeve of your choice. All right, that'll be all. Thank you. Bye.